The bicycle is amongst the simplest and yet one of the most efficient means of mobility. As I planned my dream bike build, the question that guided my decision was, can a bicycle's traditional simplicity, ease of use and maintenance be retained while introducing the advancements of science to improve its efficiency and robustness? In this video, I am going to briefly describe the why and what of the build. Watch it if you ride bikes, want to build one yourself, or just enjoy the custom creations. I think I should take a seat now. We live in a world dominated by fast aero electronic and tubeless bicycles. The bike market is driven by a simple logic. What is suitable for a 25-year-old Tour de France champion is also right for the rest of us. And that not just includes you, but also me, someone who's on the wrong side of 50. Look, I spent weeks questioning my rail cycling needs and the dreams that I had. Now, it was tough not to get carried away by the hype that drives the market. However, the search for my why suggested the following. A bike that felt great to ride rather than merely being fast on paper, and you get the point. Secondly, a simple, elegant and timeless design, my forever bike, and if possible, an heirloom. And now let's get to the what of the build. My search for the bike frame ended with the Festka. Now Festka is a Czech boutique brand, and I went in for an endurance geometry for comfort, a stiff frame that gave good performance, and an ultra lightweight for that zippy feel that I wanted from a bike. And the specific model that I chose was the Scalatore, a perfect combination of lightweight at 740 grams for the frame, stiffness and comfort, and this was in the Mummy paint scheme, which is one of the signature options that are undertaken by Festka. Now, those handy with the paintbrush can probably make out the amazing work that has painstakingly been done to create this distinctive look. My wife is the artist in the house, and the riding shoes that she did for me will indicate what I mean. That is her work. Now, back to the bike and the paint. The frame has a matte finish, which gives it a classy, understated feel. The paint merges with a beautiful weave that is created by robos from a single carbon fiber thread, ensuring the kind of strength that is used in the aviation industry. The tubes are then joined together based on a custom or a standard geometry. Now, this frame, of course, is a 52 Sport, which ensures an ideal endurance orientation for long distance comfort. Now, early into my research, I realized that each part of the build had to be selected and bought individually. I spent a year searching for not just the right parts, but also the markdowns, the sales, the cheaper shipping rates, the sites, you know it. Resultantly, I ended up establishing my digital presence in Asia, Europe, North America, Australia. Let me provide details of some of the significant parts that contributed to the build along with their approximate weight. So it gives you an idea as to what really went into the build. The group set, that are the parts that make the bike move, change gears and stop, is an 11-speed mechanical SRAM red. In other words, no electronics here. In addition, I did replace the SRAM bottom bracket with ceramic speed and the brake calipers with Cane Creek EE brakes. The front chain ring is a 5234 with 165 mm crank arms, and the rear an 1125. The latter more a restriction imposed by the limitations of availability rather than choice. I love the black finish on the group set and felt that it worked beautifully with the frame. Incidentally, this remains the lightest group set available even today, despite the introduction of electronic wireless systems. The wheels are Schmolke TLO 45. Schmolke is a German company which specializes in lightweight carbon components. They have been built with Extralite ceramic hubs. The titanium skewers are also from Extralite and save significant weight. The tubes come from Tubolito in the distinctive orange color, and the tyres are Pirelli's 26mm P0 Clinchers. The seat comes from a Slovenian company, Berk. This is the padded Lupina saddle and one of the most comfortable I have ridden. My selection was based on a recommendation by an excellent YouTube channel. Some of you may have seen it, but you haven't. Have a look at Rides of Japan. The seat post is again from Schmolke. The pedals are the Wahoo PowerLink with a single-sided power meter. While I ended up losing about 80 odd grams when compared with the nano pedals, I thought that the addition of a power meter was worth the weight that had been gained by the build. The cables are the Jaguar Elite Link, which are approximately 20% lighter than the OEM cables that I've supplied. And as you can see, I have gone in for externally laid cables below the down tube for ease of maintenance and that ageless look. The handlebar and stem are yet again from Schmolke, with the stem painted by Festka to match the colors of the bike. The garment mount comes from Carbon Works and fits perfectly with the stem, and the bar tape is a 1.8 mm lizard skin. I wanted a simple, elegant and timeless build. To my mind, this bike fulfills that criteria. Round tubes, external cables, rim brakes and a clincher setup are not only easy to work on, it is also perfect for my needs. And this is a build that accurately reflects my needs and desires and not those of modern day manufacturers or World Tour teams. I don't have those kind of mechanics. One of the key objectives for the build was how the bike felt, and for that a lightweight, stiff and comfortable ride were the accompanying prerequisites. While stiffness and comfort can only be judged during a ride, I can share the final weight of the build with you. It was 5.98 kilograms including the pedals with a single-sided power meter, 2 bottle cages and the garment mount. Does lightweight alter the ride? Let us find out. And no, I'm not going to snap my fingers and move out from here in riding gear. An ultra-light frame can have flex, but what about the Scalatore? The bike is undoubtedly stiff. I can feel the efficient transfer of power, and this ensures immediate and quick acceleration. I do not feel any give in the area of the bottom bracket or the frame in general. An ultra stiff bike can also get uncomfortable, and this is a challenge with a lot of aero frames. However, the Scalatore creates a fine balance between stiffness and comfort. And in addition to the frame, this characteristic is matched by the wheels very well. Now, does a 6 kilogram bike feel different than a 9 kilogram bike? For me, the simple answer is yes. And this differentiated feel alters the ride completely. It is almost as if the bike urges or even taunts the rider to have a go. I commence in zone 2 and get carried away with a silly grin and a rising heart rate. I can't think of a better weapon than this for the crit races. Even the lightning fast acceleration and razor sharp reflexes ensure that. Fine, look, I may not be Mark Simon Cavendish MBE, but that much is clearly discernible even to an amateur like me. After riding this bike, I'm convinced that unless one is competing professionally, wherein aero and speed are the ultimate deciding factors to eke out marginal gains, for us mere mortals, a lightweight and easy to maintain bike like the Scalatore remains a better option. At least that was my underlying logic for the choices I made. The final build was the most satisfying experience. I was able to customize the ride as a reflection of my personality and my needs. Was it tough? Absolutely. But if you have to indulge in a once-in-a-lifetime project, I cannot but help recommend this journey of creativity despite the costs involved. I would rather sacrifice elsewhere to build this bike than look at an upgrade a couple of years down the line, which happens to a lot of us. Do I hear how much does it cost? To answer that, I would say for a product of human emotion, we must seek to understand the value and not its price. The pleasure it provides far outweighs the costs in just how it rides. Who said that? Me. If you still insist it comes into the ballpark figure of any top-end offering by a major brand. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did while making it. Until next time, keep riding. Remember to share the road with cyclists generously and keep safe.